let's go ahead and roll for initiative now as you guys make your approach.
D20 plus 1.
There we go. All right, so we've got a 9.
And I roll plus 2, right? Because I have a total 2.
Yep.
Correct.
Oh.
It's a nightmare. See, and then Baird, how about you? Did you roll yours as well?
Yeah,
there we go.
I got
Okay,
a 7.
So you got 7. So 6, 7, 9. All right. So Silas,
You're up.
the rest of these goblins are pretty much entranced with the melee trying to attack this guy. The human that's in the middle, kind of hard to see represented here on the map, but he looks like he's in a bad way. He's fighting back and forth. He's dancing around a campfire, and he's using a log that's been burning to try and fend these guys off. And the goblins are just having fun hacking at the log that's in his hand, and then maybe stabbing at him here and there just to kind of bleed him a little bit. And they're all under the direction of a goblin that's over to the right-hand side. And again, he has his back to you right now.
Okay, so just a couple of technical questions here.
Certainly.
The grid that's on the map here, is that just for kicks, or is that actually metered in some way?
It's 5 foot as far as distance goes. If you guys want to kind of reposition yourselves a little bit, you guys could bring yourselves a little bit closer if you want for the start of the round. I would say that you guys would most likely be able to get to around the kind of reddish shrubberies that are in the middle of the map there before getting noticed, and that would be a good point to start your initiative.
Okay, so I'm going to attack. Let's see, is there a way I can mark on the board who I'm attacking, or should I just tell you?
You can point him out on the board there if you want. To.
I am going to attack the guy who's at like 10 o'clock.
Okay.
With a firebolt.
Ooh, all right. Our first aggressive roll of the day.
There's no reason to talk to goblins.
Oh my!
Oh yes!
That's gonna be fun.
I assume that's a hit.
That is a hit, absolutely. So let's have some of that damage. All right. So, actually, if you'd like to describe the type of magic that you're unleashing, go right ahead, Silas.
A lovely blast of fire. That one, I think that's a headshot. It slams right in the goblin's face.
Very good, very good. And as you're, oh, there you go. We're drawing on the board. Nice. Okay. So on that particular gentleman, or gentle goblin, or horrid goblin, as you want to say, he has been effectively blasted, and he staggers back, and he cringes at the sudden onslaught of magical energies. And at this stage, we are effectively, I'll call it a surprise round for these folks, and we'll have, who's next? Beard?
Do we have advantage on surprise?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, then I critted him, so I hit him for 14 damage.
There you go. All right, so that's where we can bring in the disadvantage and advantage for this particular combat. So this guy is effectively dead. So the red dot is going to signify death at this stage. So you've basically lit him up, and he burns, and he screams, and he cries out in pain, and all of a sudden the goblin laughing stops. All right. So next up we have Baird Ironborn. Go for it.
Okay, I'm guessing the guy that our human, I'll call him friend. Why not? The guy he's directly fighting is the guy he's pointed at right now.
Yep. That's the one that's immediately on him at this point.
my job is to basically, to protect and to serve, and so I'm basically going to try and take out the one that he's engaged with a little thing I like to call sacred flame.
Oh.
Not only because it's what I do, but also because it's going to give the interesting side of D&D spellcasting.
Yes.
Because this is one where I don't do the roll. It's a DC check on you. You have to basically do a dexterity check to see if this hits you or not.
All right, I can do that. Let's see here. Bring up my my gentleman goblin. Let's see. Character sheet and core stats, and I'm rolling a dex check. Here we go. Out in the open.
Those are lovely numbers, because you'd have to beat a 13 in order to not have this hit you in the face.
And because you guys have surprise, he's at a disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
So, there you go, brother.
So what happens now? Get me happy spellbook. I roll for damage, and basically what Sacred Flame is that it's what we all love and what preachers all over the world want to do occasionally. I'm literally going to be calling down fire from the heavens on this guy's head.
Love it.
This is a great song too.
Yeah. You'd think that fire from the heavens would do more than this, but it does 1d8 damage.
Well, you're a level 1, you're an altar boy.
Yeah.
That's alright. So let's have it. Sacred Flame!
Woo!
Nice!
There it is.
Not feeling it today, huh?
Apparently not.
You forgot to pray this morning.
Oh wait, technically I did forget my. Hold on, what's my spellcasting modifier?
So if it's 20.
Because that'll affect, I believe, what the damage does. Oh no, it doesn't affect the damage. It just affects the attack. Yeah, no, it's 1. Sorry guys.
That's all right. He's been damaged. That's the point of the whole thing. So that works. Let's see here then. Fill up his health point bar here.
We can't all crit with giant balls of fire.
Just a little bit of fire.
Well, you know what?
Placed.
We can always take pleasure in the fact that at least he has been damaged, which is good. So.
True.
Maybe you got his attention.
Yeah. We'll call that a win. Okay, so next up we have Kendrick. And how are you guys moving on the board? Are you guys staying where you're at?
I'm just staying where I am.
It doesn't matter how we move because I have a ranged attack, but it's not that great. I'd like to sneak around these rocks here and take this guy out at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Since he's probably not even facing me.
This guy here?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
But I think that's too much to move, right? 1, 2, 3.
Let's see here.
8, 9, 10.
What's your traveling distance, as it were?
It's probably 25.
Speed 25.
So you can move up to 5 little squares on the map.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
Now, if you want, do you have any ranged weapons that you could?
I have a short bow.
There you go. You could cut loose with that bad boy right there.
All right. Should I move my 5 first and then?
You can do it either way.
Yeah, you could do that. Trying to verify on the sneak attack damage. Is that added in also with ranged weapons with under 30 feet? It says you can use a ranged weapon. I'm looking to see what
There you go.
if there's any restrictions on. Let's see here.
It seems like the restriction's only on
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
melee side. Like you need a finesse weapon.
Yeah, so a light weapon basically. Yeah, so I think you're good to go. You could move yourself into a more direct line of fire, and then you could pluck away, so you get that bonus 1d6 roll of damage. So do it to it, my friend.
So I've moved here. That's 5 away.
Gotcha.
Shooting at this guy. Okay, this guy here. I'm gonna roll. Let's see, where on my sheet am I rolling though?
Go to your weapons tab.
And I'm rolling the attack for the short bow.
Yep.
You got it.
9 and 20. Oh boy. Do I have the advantage here?
And you have advantage, son. You just crit.
Nice! See, that's what it's all about, my friends. That's what it's all about. So you crit.
It wasn't a crit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, hang on. That's a natural 20. That's what you get as far as total
Right.
dice. Sorry, man. That's right.
Because it's
You still definitely hit him.
Yeah.
because what was I rolling there? 1d20 plus blah 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 blah.
You were
But
rolling
you
a
definitely
D20
hit him, though.
plus 4. Oh,
So
sorry.
it's a 16.
Yeah.
That wasn't a natural 20.
Right.
That's okay. I'm not a natural blonde. So
Oh, hello. Alright, so let's have some of that damage then, Mr. Mike. And don't forget to add in your 1d6.
I also
If you just hit the damage button, it should do it for you.
on the same line.
It does 1d6 damage.
1d6 damage.
1d6.
1 plus a 2 bonus. Is that?
I believe because of your skill, you get a +2, yeah.
For 3
Now-
damage, if a crit add an extra 1. So what is that? 3 damage then on this guy.
Alright, and then don't forget your additional 1d6 for your sneak attack. Alright, so a total of 6.
6 damage.
Excellent. Excellent. So our apparently, or our leader apparent here for this particular goblin tribe is now in the hurts. He's severely damaged and he is staggering. Trying to issue some commands and he's trying to, point them there. Then he sees one of his guys burst into flames, and then another one gets seared from a radiant light from above. And he's looking around and he's panicking, his big oblong head with his flappy ears looking back and forth for where the enemies are coming from. He thinks he's about to spot, he almost spots Baird in his gleaming armor and his giant warhammer.
Baird
But,
doesn't hide.
Yeah, but he spots him and is about to point his minions at the new threat. An arrow takes him right in the neck. And he starts staggering back and forth, and he's trying to issue orders as he can, but he's wounded really bad. The other goblins at this point, obviously one's dead. The second one that got hit is now looking around and sees Baird, and the other two are just now starting to figure out, oh, we might not be alone here. So you guys have effectively gone for the first round. I will now roll a, let's see here. I will now roll a d20.
Do you have a way to secret roll?
I do. I can roll a GM
Okay.
roll, but I'll roll it out in the open. I don't care. Aha! They roll a 2. And that
Which is a fantastic number.
it's a good number for you guys because effectively that puts them at the end of the round. So you guys are now able to go. They're no longer what's called, well, at this stage they haven't gone into the first round yet. And if I remember correctly with the rules, that still puts them at flat-footed. So if you wanted to use your sneak damage again, Kendrick, you'll be able to at your round.
Yes.
All right, so first up, Mr. Silas, you are ready to go.
All right, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, not so good this time around.
Worse than the last time.
Actually, I get to. We have. Okay, so here's a little bit of interestingness.
Okay.
We still have advantage, right?
Correct.
My advantage roll was a 1. So I get to re-roll that. because I'm a halfling.
Damage rolls. Oh, because you're a halfling. Because you had one roll of a 1. That gives you... okay, do it.
So I just what should I roll now? Should I just hit the attack roll again and we'll just use the first one, or
Yeah, at this stage you'll have 1 dice that you can roll, so yeah, just hit the attack roll. We'll use dice number 1.
oh, please let it be the 17. Yes!
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Is that a crit? What's your bonus on that?
No, it wasn't a crit.
Darn. Okay.
Yeah!
Damage. Nice.
All right. So our goblinoid friend here on the bottom half of the map is now.
Now occupies a hole in the bottom half of the map.
That is correct. He is now deader than disco.
I think it's time for me to pull out my fingers and do a little action.
All right. The little halfling has drawn first and second blood, as far as death count goes. On to Barrett Ironborn next.
Alright, I can't help it. I have to... The leader dude is going to taste some Sacred Flame. Because this way, even if I roll another 1, the likelihood of it killing him is a lot higher.
Very good. Do it. Do it.
I'm going to do it.
I'll add some more music to this.
You gotta do it. You gotta see if he rolls a dex check higher than 13.
Higher than 13? Are you serious? On a gobbler. Alright, here we go. Going to the character sheet. Pulling out his core stats. Rolling the dex check.
Are we really getting Lord of the Rings music right now?
It's close to it. I think it's a non-copyright infringing type. All right, so his dex check is a fail. So unleash it, my friend. Or 3 damage. Okay, and we're on which one? The one that's facing the
Big boss man.
All right. So that's 3 more damage on this guy. Let's see here.
The one with the arrow in his neck.
Wait, the one that has the arrow in the neck, isn't that the leader that Kendrick? Didn't you targeted the leader that's on the outside of the circle?
Right.
Blue.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's that one. Okay. So let's get him squared away on damage. Okay, so Kendrick, you are up next. Our friend here that's in front, the baddie that's in front, the human he's now hurting quite a bit. He's lost more than half his hit points, so he is roughed up.
Right.
You're up, Kendrick.
Now,
Is there bloodied in this version?
Not in this. Not that I know of in this one. That was just the encounters one or D&D 4e.
come on, man. I don't want to lose my lunch. I just want to play.
But something to that point though. I mean, as you start losing a lot of your hit points, I mean, it's going to have some kind of side effect to how you fight. But we'll get into that as we get more accustomed to the system. All right, Kendrick, do it.
All right, so I have a question. I want to run up to this guy, and I want to use my short sword on him. But I'm 25 feet away. Does this work? Does this make sense? All right.
Okay.
And then my short sword is a finesse weapon. So that should change one of my stats here. If I say my short sword, do I have finesse? Yes. And my 2 daggers would also have finesse, which brings my 2 hit up to 4. And then my damage dice is just 1, right?
Correct. Well, no, your damage dice for your short sword
Yeah, what
it's I think that's also a 1d6. You can check me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's a 1d6.
Yeah, 1d6.
And then just hit another 1d6 after that, so that we can see what the damage is.
Okay, so my damage though is the total of the 2. Okay, I'm with that. Okay, then I'm gonna...
So let's try and hit him first.
All right, let's move. Song for the horde. And then we go back to the character sheet and we attack. Oh, that was the wrong attack. Sorry, that was the 2 daggers.
There we go. And you still have advantage on this guy, so that 20 will hit. So let's see the damage and then.
And we damage, and then we damage the sneak. And we get. I don't know. Oh, I know if it's green, right? If it circles in green.
Yep.
That's
Right,
correct.
so this is a 4 damage.
All right.
And this is not bad, not great.
It's stupendous because what happens next is he's dead. So you have now taken out the leader of this this group. So all 3 of you have gone, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And what I will do now is the human who's been looks like he's kind of trying to gain his feet and try and get himself back into the fight. He actually will he'll actually launch forward and he'll try and give a swing to swing at his weapon to try and take out this one that's in front of him. So he takes this burning log and he does a to try and see if he can hit something here. All right, so he connects with the one that's in front of him, and for a bludgeoning weapon here, let's see here. Roll a d4.
Double 4.
Double 4s. All right. So he attacks this miscreant right here, who has 3 hit points left, and he ends up caving in the little goblin's skull in front of him.
I softened him up.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. All right. Now it is the goblin's turn. And does anybody want to guess what the little goblin's going to do?
He's gonna run like hell.
That's correct. He will institute a full action move. So he is going to book it out of here. And he runs off into the shrubberies to the left side of the map, which I will reveal to you now. There you go. So he has basically run off into that direction to the west side of the map.
So is he out of sight?
He is effectively out of sight. That's correct. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. What would you guys like to do at this point?
So the first thing I want to do is I don't want to use like spells because we're not in any kind of hardcore situation right now. But
Right.
I kind of want to go and see if I can help out, the wounded man.
Yeah, we can do medical kind of stuff, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, please let me do medicine.